Happy May Day. Oh my goodness. Can you believe it's May? Wow. All right, just getting some dragon's blood sage going on right now. Dragon's blood sage is really, really good for sensuality, creativity, which is kind of the energy behind Beltane. So I'm going to open up my phone here so I can actually see the comments, the chat as it's happening. Hey, Eddie. Hey, how are you doing today? Just a little dragon's blood smudging for you. How's everyone feeling today? If you're watching the replay, then just type in the chat replay. Yes. It is a beautiful day. Oh my goodness, this morning I got up and I got to do fire. I got to do my morning ecstatic dance out on the lawn and drummed as the sun came up over the mountain and did some sun gazing. How can you not have a great day when you start it that way? So grab your coffee or your tea or your lemon water, however you start your day. And we're going to do a Beltane reading. I've got green candle burning today. Beltane is Beltane is a cross quarter ceremony. It is the halfway point that marks between spring and summer. Can you believe we're halfway? We're halfway between spring and summer. I feel like spring just started. I mean, we still have half of spring left, but spring is halfway over. And it is a really beautiful ceremony that a lot of people celebrate. They light a bonfire, and it is this time of fertility, creativity. It's when a lot of people decide to get married in the olden days because, the flowers have come out. They could make flower crowns. So this is my makeshift flower crown. I don't have any flowers yet since we've had a late summer or winter. Kind of late winter. Spilling. But it is a beautiful time to create an altar using eggs. This is a beautiful yoni egg. Any fresh tree, like branches that have fallen, don't cut anything off, but that has like maybe some buds on it. I've got some blossoms on some trees. That's so exciting. And it is time to start calling in the fiery passion of summer. Not yet, but it's like we're calling it in. We're getting closer. So lighting a fire, greens, pinks, kind of the color. Taurus is the zodiac that we're in right now. This beautiful earth energy, this stability, this beautiful sensuality. Venus rules Taurus, and Venus, the goddess of love, Aphrodite. It is time. All of the animals are starting to mate and procreate, and it is just this beautiful, fertile, sensual time. And sensuality has kind of been, in our Western culture, sensuality has been demonized as like evil and bad, because like the whole Madonna horror complex, unless you're married, and then it's sanctified. And it's just this confusing thing, because sensuality isn't always about creating life and other humans. Sensuality is this fertility of creation energy, creating whatever it is that you came here to create, which may be a baby. It may be a baby. It may not. There's times and seasons, right? We had this beautiful women's circle last week, and we talked about the mother, maiden, and crone trifecta, and how we kind of feel like there's I personally feel like there's one missing. I've got teenagers. All my kids are teenagers. I even have 2 adult children. And so I'm not like really in this like mothering phase. But I'm not quite crone, because I feel like crone is like sitting on the sidelines and advising those who are still very much in that game. And I feel like I am very much still in the game. But I'm not super like mothering in that mothering time phase either. And I wrote a blog about this last year when I turned 41, about the queen phase, this creatrix energy where you can sit on your throne and you can advise your people, but you're still very much able-bodied to get in the game and play. And so in the women's circle, we just talked about, what phase are you calling in, or what phase are you leaving, or where, just share this whole womanhood thing as Mother's Day comes. And we can sometimes feel there's a mother wound. There's definitely a mother wound. Not all moms are this beautiful nurturing energy. Sometimes it's this prohibits the growth, right? Like the tether, the you cut the cord, mom, right? Like let me spread my wings and fly. But we also want to keep our creations safe, and it's like we got to let our creations just flourish. And so this, healing this mother wound and realizing that whether you choose to be a mom, whether you can be a mom or can't be a mom, or you choose not to be a mom, or you don't want to, like whatever it is, you tried to be a mom and you couldn't. And like, there's just, infertility struggles. I have so many sisters that have, even abortion, like I did have life and I didn't want it. I wasn't ready for it yet. And it just, there's so much stigma around it, and just opening up this beautiful safe space where everyone was held and loved and received and accepted for wherever they are in their phase. And it was just so beautiful. And so today on Beltane, I wanted to do a little card spread of calling in the fire. What is this passion, this sensuality? And I just like it. Beltane is a beautiful day to dance around the fire, create that bonfire, get rid of whatever you're leaving in the winter, like just throw it in the fire. I cleaned out my whole office. Oh, let's see if we can do this. You guys ready for this? My bookshelves are empty because I got rid of all of my books. They're actually at the studio right now. We're going to have a living lending library. I've got some crystals and jewelry and stuff in there as well, that it's just like, you know what, this stuff isn't serving me anymore. Why am I holding on to it? Why? I create space for what is coming instead of all this stuff that was from the past that I've already read and studied and learned. What am I calling in? And this beautiful fire energy, and how the flame dances so beautifully. Oh, I love it. Let's see, we've got some quotes. I've cleaned the ever loving crap out of our space to sell, but the house just feels so much happier. Oh my gosh, it's so cleansing and clearing when you get rid of stuff, and then it makes space for new. And so dancing is such a beautiful way to call in Beltane. I went out and ecstatic danced this morning on the grass and drummed and sun gazed, and so beautiful. So let's see. I've got a couple of card decks here. What energy do we need first? Okay, we're going to call an archetype in. What is the archetype? What archetypal energy that we need to call in this Beltane to really embrace this fiery passion energy that we're calling in? We're still in wood because we're still in spring. So we're still sending our roots down deep after the nourishing water of winter. We're still sending the roots down deep. The branches are starting to expand, and we're starting to blossom and unfurl our leaves and stretch from our long winter's nap. But we're starting to call in this fire. We're getting close to this fire energy. So like, I want you to just kind of shake and shimmy your hips for a moment. And maybe even place your hands over your hips on the sacral chakra. And just take a couple of beautiful, big, deep breaths. Maybe even do a couple of pelvic tilts, like cat-cows in your seat. Imagine taking your tailbone behind you and then tucking your tail between your knees. or doing a couple of circles here, getting that fluid in the sacral chakra, the water energy in there, ready to just release and nourish these seeds that we're planting in springtime, so that we can enjoy and have fun in the summer, and in the fall we harvest, right? So just place your hands over this womb space, over your sacral center, and just be aware of the mother wounds that maybe you're carrying and holding on to, whether from your own mom, the collective mother wounds, or your own, you being a mom or not being a mom, or whatever is in there. Just honor it, just hold it. Just like you get to mother yourself here, mother your own mother wound. Yes. Oh, mother your own mother wound. Just hold your womb space. All your creations that you have created on this planet, that you have birthed into this 3D reality, whether it be in a human child form, or it's your career, or it's your art, whatever your art form is. And art form doesn't have to be a canvas or even a song. It could just be that I am one of the best listeners, and my friends come to me because I can listen and hold space like no one else. That is a beautiful creation. So just breathe into this womb space, big, deep belly breaths. What is this archetypal energy that we need for this Beltane day, this Beltane Blessings, this cross-quarter day? As we are halfway between spring and summer, we're in this wood energy, fully releasing and letting go of winter, shedding those winter coats, those winter beliefs, those winter fears, stepping into the joy of the summer that is coming. Okay. What archetypal energy do we need now? And maybe just mothering yourself here, holding yourself, nourishing that mother wound, that mother energy. Our moms did the best they could with the information they had. How can we mother ourselves? Ooh, the box. The box. XLIV. Right there. The box. The cage, the rules, the norm. We all live to some degree within the confines of the box. This archetype represents everything that is known, anticipated, and expected. It holds us in place while simultaneously holding us back from our greatest visions. The box is sneaky, insidious, and everywhere, limiting us at the most unconscious levels. It is built of layer upon layer of social constructs and pressures. Breaking through its confines requires awareness, continued effort, and bravery. The box may appear as expectations from parents, a well-paying but heartless job, the pressure to look or behave like others, or simply to stay small. There is a box around you now, made of some type of confining thought. What is it? The box shifts and morphs as we grow. This is part of its multi-layered nature. Once you break through one layer, another will present itself to you. Keep going, break through. An exquisite life requires it. When light, structure, order, coherence, logic. When dark, limitation, rigidity, judgment, fear. Everything within the box is known. Everything outside the box is unknown. That is why it is more comfortable to stay within its walls. Choose freedom. Moving outside the box is exhilarating and expansive, but destabilizing. Others will wonder what you're doing and why. You will too. This is part of the process. Okay, so with this Beltane blessing, the archetypal energy is the box, and it is telling us to bust through these social constructs. You guys, since 2020, the year of clear sight and vision, where we are all confined to our home boxes, and kind of saw like, hey, you know what? This relationship, when I have to be stuck with you 24/7, I really don't like you. Or this job, it was so nice to not have to go to. And the concept of structure or of stability was completely ungrounded, totally broken. And then trying to get back, we've spent 3 years trying to get back to some semblance of normal, and there isn't one. That's the illusion. There isn't stability. There is no safe, because you're always safe. You, my friend, are this beautiful soul that is indestructible. You can't be in danger. You can't. Fear is an illusion that keeps you playing small. Fear keeps you inside the box. It is so time to step into your fire. Fire power. It exists within you, and it is dying to break free. It is so dying to just bust through the confines of the social constructs, these masks that we have put on to act like we belong, to feel like we are worthy or to be accepted. Ugh, bust free from that and be this beautiful you that you came here to be, that only you can show up that way. Oh, this last week I did a combo ceremony, and I was working on healing my knee. That was my intention. And the left knee particularly represents a crisis of faith, and this independent expression versus God's divine will. I felt like I had been battling, my desires went against what I felt God's will was for me, because I was raised to believe that being a mother was the most important calling I could have on this planet, and I was miserable being a mom. I love my children. I love my children, and I love raising them, and I love nurturing them. But I knew that that wasn't the only thing that I was here to do. I felt like I was called for so much more, and I just wanted to do so much more than just be a mom. And there was so much shame around that, because I was raised my whole life to believe that this was my highest calling. And I had my first baby, and I'm sitting here holding this beautiful, perfect infant in my arms, and complete depression, postpartum depression. I was miserable. I'm like, this is it. This is my life now. I just clean up spit, and I feed them, and I put food in, and then I wipe the food that comes out, mouth and bottom, and then they sleep, and then they're awake, and we do it again. This is my life now. And then there was so much shame around feeling like I wanted more. I felt so much shame around that. And because the society, the culture I was raised in was like, this is it. This is your highest calling. And to go against that felt like me going against God's will. But when I did this combo ceremony, it was just this beautiful culmination, because I truly believe that I am God expressing itself through my individuality. It is this yes and. You are God expressing God's self through you. God wanted to know what it was like to be a Jenny Stone. God wanted to know what it was like to be a Britta. It wanted to know what it was like to be a Heather, to be a Cindy, to be a Naomi, to be a Ruth, to be an Alexia. God wanted to know what it felt like to express itself through you in only the way you can. And that requires busting free from the box, these chains, these social constructs of what is good and normal, to what is true for you and what is dying to be expressed. Oh, yes. I mean, birthed through you, right? This sensuality of you, whatever and however you express that. Oh, okay. I want to see. I got shamed for wanting to take time off for being a mom in Oregon. Oh my gosh. So a complete opposite, right? These social constructs there, and it's you can't get away from them, when you allow yourself to be controlled by them, right? Like I felt like I was doing what I was supposed to, what I should, what was expected of me, instead of what was really calling me. And so, like, just, place a hand on your heart and a hand on your womb and just go, what is it? What is it within me that is dying to be set free? What is it within me that is ready to fly and soar and be expressed through my divinity? Oh. Oh, and when you realize this, you realize that when you are connected with your higher self, your divine sovereign being, your I am presence, you can't fuck it up. You can't miss the opportunities that are meant for you. You can't make a mistake. Even if you do make a mistake, it was like this beautiful divine detour saying, nope, not here, over here. Or learn from this so you can now do better, be more, expand. Oh man, it is. Oh, how does that feel for everyone? What is like, let's see. I have like 5 questions I want to ask you. If there were no rules, no societal contracts, like for me, I had this belief that I was supposed to care about time and dates and numbers and addresses and stuff like that. And at this retreat last weekend or 2 weekends ago, at our retreat, I caught myself as I was getting ready to say, 'cause someone asked me about a date, and like I was like, I don't know. I'm horrible at this. This is what I was getting ready to say. I don't know. I'm horrible at this. And I was like, I wanted to say I'm practicing, but I'm not really practicing because I don't really care to know about dates and times. I'm like, it's daytime. Yep. Checked outside. It's daytime. It's now. It's Monday today. Yep. I remember that because I looked at the calendar. So it is Monday and it's daytime. And at 9 I do this. And then after this I do that. And then after that I look and I just don't care. I just don't care. So as I was catching myself and I was trying to rephrase in the moment. So I like the person I'm talking to is like getting a stuttering. So I'm like, I'm like, I really just, yeah, you know what? I just don't care. And I just start laughing. I'm like, I just don't care to know dates. I'm like, I know that this is like, it's not this Wednesday, but it's the next Wednesday. I don't know what date that is, but it's that one. And when it comes, this is what it's going to happen. This is what it's going to be. That's when Jerry's going to be home. Like that was what was happening. Was like they're asking when Jerry's going to be home, and I was like, I don't know. It was like, it's not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, whatever day that is. And I just don't care. The social contract, and it was so freeing to like admit, I don't care about dates. I don't care about time. I don't care about knowing addresses and stuff like that. It's like, I know that after I pass Lagoon, the next exit, and then I turn left, and that's where I'm going to find this thing that I want. And that's how I'll tell people how to get there. And if you really want the address, you can look it up. That's what we have internet for. So what social construct do you feel is limiting you right now from really achieving or reaching your goals or dreams? Or like, man, if there just wasn't this thing, I feel like I could do this thing. Can you pinpoint that? Can you feel that? Can you express what rules and regulations, whether written or unwritten, because this whole date time number carrying is an unwritten rule. It was an unwritten rule in my head that I just thought the world expected me to behave by. And I was like, whew, freeing myself from that. Felt so good. So what is that thing that is keeping you in the box, that unexpressed rule? I feel like if money were no object, I would travel a lot more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's an interesting one. Yeah. I have been playing a lot with this concept of anchoring in the new timeline. I've been talking a lot about this in my Sharecast and Marco Polo, and you can get the link. It's pinned in this group if you want to learn more about what I'm talking about here. But I've been practicing anchoring in this new world. And in this new world, I don't know if money really exists, because it's this energy exchange, which money is an energy exchange. I do realize this, but it's like everything just shows up for me because I live so radically in the present moment that whatever I need for the next moment will show up for me, like this radical trust and belief. And me giving my gift, sharing my magic, my medicine in the world is enough that I am worthy of receiving whatever it is that I need. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a tit for tat, right? Like I walk into the grocery store, I didn't necessarily do energy work or a ceremony for the grocers or the farmers, but because I am sharing that medicine in the world and it is helping the collective, I get to receive their magic and medicine because I'm sharing mine. Like that's the energy exchange of the new world I would love to live in. So that's a really interesting concept. It's like, I really don't know if money's going to exist in my new world. Okay. I feel like we're going to do a couple more cards here. So this next card is because it's spring and it's all about new life, I wanted to pull an essence, an energy essence, that we can kind of anchor in this beautiful new energy with, this busting out of this box, this embracing our fire, owning our magic, our creative sensuality and fertility. What is that thing? Could you guys comment with that thing you're creating, that you're wanting to create, this thing that is wanting to be birthed through you? Claiming that, owning that, sharing that. What is your magic, your medicine? That there were no rules, if you had all the resources in the world, there were no limitations, what would be that thing that you would birth into this world? And I'm currently working on it. I want to create this beautiful space where Eastern and Western medicine come together, where I work side by side with doctors and we do MRIs and CAT scans and blood draws. And I work with, we have an Ayurveda practitioner at our studio, you guys. We work with someone that's helping with nutrition. We work with, maybe you do need some medicine just temporarily so we can get your levels balanced, so we can figure out and work with some sound or acupuncture or some Reiki or hypnotherapy or whatever it is that's causing the problem. Let's get you balanced and create this beautiful healing center where everyone gets to share their medicine. Oh, self-healing, sanctuary, wellness, pretty much the collective. Yes. You're already here, girl. Look at it. We're already doing it. So this essence is going to help us anchor this in. What is the essence that we need to anchor in? And this also anchor in this, like busting free from the boxes, busting free from these social, societal norms that are no longer serving us. This one, this is the essence we need. Clove. Ooh, determination, empowerment. Yes, we need some determination and empowerment to bust out of these boxes and these social norms. We're paving new pathways. These pathways have not been paved up until between 2012 to 2020. We've all kind of been on the same basic timeline. You go to school, you get a job, you settle down, you start a family, you create some savings for retirement, and then that's kind of been like you follow the rules, you believe in the political government and the banking system. Like this has all been like the same basic, we've all been on the same basic timeline. But somewhere between 2012 and 2020, which you guys, if we took away the Gregorian calendar and went to the original, back how we used to count days, like October, Oct is 8. Dec is 10. December, Dec is 10. Should be the 10th month. October should be the 8th month. Like, if we went back to that original, remember how we have to have a leap year every year because we don't, like, our calendar doesn't really work with the way the earth moves around the sun. Like, we would actually, this year would be 2012. Just like sit with that little nugget for a minute. And it was believed that the Mayans did not, they didn't like, because they weren't eradicated, they transcended to a new reality because they were so high vibrational beings. So here we are in 2012, technically, and it's like this, we are no longer all on the same timeline of believing that we have to go to school, get a job, settle down, like these things. And so it's like we get to anchor in this new timeline. What do we want to create? Like this, we are like, people are waking up and realizing this, the political system is not working for us. It's a broken system. The school system is not working for our kids anymore. It is a broken system. Did not work for me. It was a broken system for me. And it is time to rewrite our society. It is a time to claim our gifts. And like this 40-hour work week was set up when we had slaves, you guys, that took care of everything else. That, like, we are not meant to work 40 hours a week, and we are not meant to enslave our brothers and sisters. Whole fucking system. And it like revolutionize who and what and how we want to become. And that starts by stepping into your own divine sovereignty and realizing there's no external power that has any control over you unless you give up your power to them. Oh, claim it. Claim who you are. You are divine, sovereign being. You came here to create your own reality, not play by the rules that everybody else set down for you. That is slavery. That is entrapment. That is illusion. It is time to break free. Get out of the fucking box and step into the reality you want to be in. How do you want to live? How do you want to feel? Start living that way now. Start creating that now. And stop giving your power away to everyone and everything else that's outside of you. It is a perceived illusion. There's this termites can jump like super crazy high. I don't know how high. It's a number, and I don't care about numbers, remember? But they can jump incredibly high. But you put a glass on top of those termites, and after a period of time, you take the glass off, and they'll only jump as high as that glass was. And then they'll have children, they'll have offspring, and guess what? Those offspring only jump as high as their parents do. That glass ceiling. You guys, this glass ceiling is a fucking illusion. Bust out of it. We are meant to fly. We are meant to soar. Oh, okay. But it's going to take some determination. It is going to take some empowerment. Embody your power. Empowerment. We are meant to empower ourselves. Our power. Not what other people offer us or give to us, and just enough to feel good. Here, you can have 2 days of freedom for 5 days of entrapment. Oh, and 2 weeks a year of freedom. 2 weeks a year for freedom and 2 days a week. But you gotta every 5 days. Like, what kind of trade-off is this? Are you really living, or are you just surviving? Wow, I'm on fire today. Know your limitations and then defy them. Like the termites in the glass. Oh, this is how high my mom and dad have been jumping their whole lives. That's been the limitation that I was trained in, and I'm ready to see how high I can soar. Clove assists people who have given their power away. Oh my gosh. You guys, I haven't read this card yet. It enhances the courage to say no, helping you to break free from limiting patterns. A warrior woman, independent and capable, represents Clove in this card. She helps you balance the emotions, improving decision-making and assertiveness. She reduces lack of confidence and emotional weakness. When Clove personality is balanced, the individual can make important decisions assertively and calmly. In the opposite state, Clove can be emotionally weak and lack confidence. Clove is used as a painkiller for dental emergencies. You guys, when I had my abscess tooth, I was rubbing clove on my jaw or on my gums. Oh, it helped so much. Also great for teething babies. Mix it a little bit with coconut oil because it can be really hot. It is a natural anti-parasitic. Talk about parasites in our conscious collective, right? These beliefs, these parasitic beliefs that are feeding off of us, that are keeping us small, the glass ceiling, like these parasites that are like just, oh my gosh, okay. That I could take that metaphor really deep if I wanted to. It is a natural antiparasitic and a great warmer of the digestive tract. It will numb your feelings if you let it, because there is a soft heart behind those barriers. You guys, we put ourselves in this box to keep us safe. This perception of safety. Oh, I'm safe if I play by these rules. I'm safe. No one's going to be mad at me. No one's going to, oh. Well-behaved women rarely make history. Right? Whoever said that quote. Because we created these boxes, these walls to keep us safe, because at some point we were hurt. And so have compassion with yourself as you bust through these blocks. You put them up there for a reason. You don't want to shame and criticize and beat yourself up. It's like, okay, but now we're safe. We know when we are in our divine sovereignty, nothing can harm us. And so like being gentle as you break down these walls with yourself, with your inner child, we're safe, we're safe. We got this. We got this. We're okay. I promise. I promise I got you. I promise I got you. We're in this together. You, me, and our divine sovereignty, babe. We're in this together. Divinatory meaning. You are learning to treat matters with care and discretion, and also finding out whom to trust, aka yourself, your higher self, your inner divinity, your guides, your guardians, your ancestors. There are important decisions to make, but you have it all under control. I don't like that. Control is also an illusion. There is no control. Surrender to the flow. Just flow. Allow audacity to guide you in this time of your life. Oh, be audacious, babe. Audacious, babe. It's time to be audacious. I am assertive and I am confident. Yes, goddess. Yes. So get some clove. Maybe diffuse it in your house. Maybe put some in, I don't know, do something with it. Okay. Let's see. Audacious AF. My husband was convinced as a child he could fly if he concentrated hard enough. Let's remember how to fly, people. It is time. It is really time to fly. Really, it is time to soar. It is. Stop playing small. Stop playing small. Stop playing the victim. Anytime you catch yourself pointing outward, that like, well, if you didn't act like that, then I could. Ooh, catch that real fast. Don't let them control you. They have zero. You're allowing that, right? Whether them out there is the government, the politics, the societal beliefs, whether written or unwritten, the rules, the regulations to keep us safe. Safe is an illusion. Oh. Okay. The last card I want to pull today is spirit animal. What spirit animal do we need today? Oh, and that this is the essence that I pulled, the Oracle Essence. Oracle of the Essences, 3rd edition. We have a couple of these at the studio for sale. If you're not at the studio and you would like one, we can ship it to you. We can add some shipping on it. So just comment below if you want one of these card decks. I think we have a couple at the studio. So that'd be a fun little Mother's Day gift, either for yourself or for one of your sisters, your sister mother friends, or your adopted mothers. Oh, I have so many moms. I love it. Okay, so what spirit animal do we need to call on that's going to help empower us to step out of this box, to break free from these societal norms, to honor our sovereign divinity? What spirit animal do we need? This one. Brown bear spirit. Take time out. And this is the Colette Baron Reed Spirit Animal Oracle. 9. And I did pull it upside down. So it's the protection message. Look at that beautiful brown bear. Oh, look at the spiral energy in his paw. Okay. The protection message of brown bear. When you become so frazzled that you can't decide how to move forward, brown bear spirit arrives to remind you to let go of your impatience in getting to the answers and solving the problems that face you. You can't solve the problem with the same thinking that got you there. So as Jasmine says, calm thy ass. Calm thy ass. Sit down, shut up, and wait. Listen, because when you're in a problem, usually you're in your ego mind. You're in your human shadow, right? And to get out of that mess, you have to sit and call in your higher divine self. You have to calm, quiet, and listen. Slow down, because more doing is just going to make more problem. Oh my gosh, I got this message yesterday when I was driving. I was like, okay, all right, spirit. All right, guys, when I am like freaking out and stressing out, what is the thing I need to do? Like, what is the most important thing I need to do? And like, it was like, you just need to calm down. You just need to sit down. You need to slow down. And when you slow down, it was just so funny because when we're in a problem, we feel panicky and stressed, and we feel like, oh my God, if I don't figure this out right now, everything, the world's going to end. Ah! But it's like, really, when we slow down, time slows down. And then everything starts to expand and open up, and we start to see all these possibilities. But when we like are in that narrow-minded thinking, we can't see all those possibilities because we're like, Okay, now is the time for rest and meditation. Take a break. Let insights arise, and know that you have plenty of time to make plans. Guys, you're not dead yet. You're not done yet. There is no finish line. There is no finish line. Yes, we have goals and we're working towards them. But like, it's right now is the only time that exists. No future exists, no matter how amazing, like this new world that I'm like calling in, I'm calling in right now. How would I act if this new world existed? If I believed in this beautiful place where everyone was owning their magic, and this is not like, just to clarify, this is not spiritual bypassing and now there's no problems and everything sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. No, in the new world, we still are human. You guys, we're still human and we still make mistakes, but there's no shame. There's no judgment. There's no criticism. There's just like oh, you sweet thing. Here, come here. I got you. You're sad. It's okay. Oh, you're mad. It's okay. Let's be mad. Yeah, I'll be mad. Roar! Yeah. Oh, but it's not pointed out at people, and it's not pointed at ourselves. It's just expressed. It's just allowed. It's accepted. Being human and messy is accepted and allowed and embraced, because that's why we're here. That's why we incarnated into this human form, to be fucking human. Oh my God, can you believe that? Isn't that the craziest concept you ever heard? And like, it's not to just like ignore and deny this humanness to try to embrace this enlightened spiritual sovereign being. It is the union of our divine sovereign being with our humanness. Oh, that is the juiciest juice that you'll ever experience. Your soul wanted to experience being human. Your soul wanted to know grief. It wanted to know joy. It wanted to know pain, and it wanted to know pleasure. It wanted to experience it all and embrace and celebrate it all. That is the new world that I want to live in. So in every moment, how can I practice? It's not out there. It's not some future, because that still puts my power outside of me. It is right here, right now, in this moment, which is eternity, by the way. The present moment is eternity, this eternal moment. that never ends. Now, 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 never ends. There's no past, there's no future. Now, 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 eternity, eternity, eternity. And what am I going to create in this beautiful eternity? What world am I going to create now? Take a break, let insights arise, and know you have plenty of time to make plans. Because this eternal present moment is ever unfolding. There is no tomorrow. What are you doing now to bring whatever it is in that you want, that you're calling in? Brown Bear Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best and most effective action is non-action, allowing the situation around you to reveal itself to you so you can better understand it. Remember that what is yours will never be withheld from you. So you really can relax and wait until the next right action is revealed. Let it reveal itself to you. You can't get there by thinking. You can't get there by trying to figure it out and by doing and doing and doing. You're just digging yourself a deeper hole, my friends. Just like take a break, take a breath. I like to place my hand on my heart or even tap my heart. And just breathe and just breathe. Okay. I see you pain. I see you frustration. I see you irritation. I see you whatever I'm going through. I see you. I feel you. I embrace you. It's okay. I'm allowed to feel this way. I am human and I'm experiencing this. And I call in my divine, sovereign, I am presence. I call in my guides. Help me see this a new way. A Course in Miracles defines a miracle as a shift in perception. Oh my God, can you believe that? A miracle? Like, I always thought that miracles were like water into wine. And like, if you could only have faith the size of a mustard seed, you could move a mountain. And I remember trying to move mountains and then feeling like I was this, like, I obviously don't have faith. I have no, if it's all it takes is the size of a mustard seed to move a mountain, I must not have very much faith. I'm a horrible person. Oh my gosh. And it's like, no, miracle is when you learn to see something differently. That mountain is that obstacle that you believe is in your way. And then when you shift, when you open, when you sit, when you calm down and stop trying to climb the mountain or dig through the mountain, tunnel through it, or bulldoze it or explode it, when you stop trying to like blow shit up, and you sit with the mountain for a minute, you sit with this obstacle, and you like call in your higher self. Okay, divine, I am presence. Okay, guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors. Okay, brown bear, I'm sitting. Help me see this a new way. What else is possible? I see you fear. I see you frustration. I see you anger. I see you resentment, bitterness, whatever it is, that mountain that is in front of you, I see you. How can I see you differently? And then when it happens, that mountain moves, you see it differently. You now know how it either crumbles or it dissolves or it turns into this beautiful gift, or it's like, oh, hey, I just need to look over here. And now it's just this beautiful view out of the side corner of my eye. Like, that is a shift of perception. That is a miracle. That is moving mountains because you had faith in yourself, your divine presence, your divine sovereignty. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Oh my gosh. You guys, I did not read this before. And I brought up miracles. The next line, well, I'm going to read the last line to remind you where we were. Remember that what is yours will never be withheld from you. So you can really relax and wait until the next right action is revealed. Miracles come from out of nowhere, and yours will arrive on Great Spirit's timetable, because Spirit doesn't have time. There is no time in this spirit realm, because when I am connected to Spirit, I am in the ever-present, unfolding, eternal now. And that now then expands. It expands and it expands and it expands, and what is meant for me will show up right here in this moment right now. More doing is just gonna make more problem. Just explain my past week. Oh yeah, we're human, it happens, And so like having that beautiful compassion with yourself, at union, yoga in Sanskrit means to yoke or unite. And the union is of body, mind, and spirit. But it's this becoming one. This becoming one. And realizing I am yes and I am human mess, ego, dreams, goals, fears, all of that. And I am spirit. Combined, unstoppable. Because guess what? Spirit does not have a body. Spirit cannot light this candle by its like just it cannot light this candle. It needs this vehicle to light this candle. It needs this vehicle to pick up the card and have the eyes to read and the voice to speak and the body to express the energy that is flowing through it. It is this beautiful union, this marriage. Oh my gosh. And like Beltane is this time of union and marriage and the sacred dance of the masculine and feminine coming together to create the world that we want to see. It is not necessarily male, female having sex to create babies. It is the divine union of our masculine and feminine within us, our spirit and our human within us to create the life, this new world, this beauty that we came here to create. Like God's will expressing itself through your individual expression, through your magic, busting through the limiting blocks and box and beliefs and fears and paradigms and social constructs, busting through that to be who you came here to be, who you are on a divine cellular level already. And just sit with that. Just and knowing, oh my gosh, knowing you can't fuck it up. Because what did this one say? What is yours will never be withheld from you. So you really can relax and wait until the next right action is revealed. You can't fuck it up. You can't. You cannot. If it is meant for you, it will come to you. But we do have to practice letting go of the control of being safe, the illusion of safety, this box that we have carefully constructed around ourselves to protect us and keep us safe. It's time to break through that shit. Discover how big our wingspan is, how high we can jump beyond that glass ceiling, beyond what we were taught was possible. What else is possible? How does that feel for everyone? I wish I had my bear drum here. It's at the studio. Today I'm going to get my bear drum and I'm going to bring it home and do a little bear drum Beltane bonfire. Ooh, yeah. Yes. I love me some good alliteration. Beltane bear drum bonfire. Bring it on, baby. Oh, any questions? Any comments? Are you ready? Who's ready? Who's ready to bust out of this box? Who's ready to claim their divine sovereignty and live in this? When I live in this, when I'm united with my divine sovereign I am presence, unite in this human form, this beautiful energy, I become the rainbow bridge connecting heaven to earth. I become a hue man. Hue, all the colors of the rainbow. I'm all the colors of the rainbow. I have aligned all of my chakras because I've united my body, which is my earth, my body, water, my blood, air, my breath, and fire, my spirit. I have united them all here in this present moment, this ever unfolding eternity. And I get to be the creator, the creatrix of the world that I see. And I can't fuck it up because it's whatever is meant for me is here. It will show up in this present moment. Divinely guided by my divine sovereign I am presence. I can shift that human awareness away from my reality, right? This 3D reality, like don't let your reality create your reality. You're going to hear me say this a lot if you haven't already, because your current reality is a manifestation of past you. Because the human earth does live by a timeline. There is a timeline on this human earth. And so what is happening right now in your current reality was determined by your past thoughts, beliefs, and actions. So if you currently live and go, okay, what I see now defines who I am, then you're going to continue to make the same reality that you're already existing in. But what reality do you want to create? And using that I am presence to this mountain. So if your current reality is not really up to your liking, it's your mountain, it's your obstacle. And how are you going to have enough faith, the faith the size of a mustard seed, to shift and move that mountain? And it is this belief that I am divine and human. Hue, man, all the colors. Rainbow bridge connecting heaven and earth. And when I connect heaven to earth here, now in this present moment, all the possibilities open up to me. Yes, thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes, thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes. Thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Woo! Creating my reality, my heaven on earth in this present moment when I unite body, mind, and spirit. Yes. Claim it. Own it. Step into it. You have the power. You have the power. Clove energy. Bear energy. Empowerment. Take a break so you can bust out of this box. It's like that old Zen cone that says everyone should meditate for at least 20 minutes a day. Unless you don't have time, then you should meditate for an hour. How many of you really spend at least 20 minutes every day just sitting and contemplating life, love, yourself, nature? Just not overthinking. That's different. Like going, oh, okay, wow, that's interesting. I have that thought. Yeah, wow, that's interesting. Oh, that's creating a judgment. Oh, ooh, I feel that in my body. Interesting. Okay. Oh, that's leading to another thought. Ooh, and another thought. Ooh, that's a spiral. That's a real quick spiral. And it could be a spiral down. Could be a spiral up. Both are beautiful. I invite you to really, really create a sacred meditation practice that is for you, that is yours. It may be journaling, it may be chanting. I sat outside this morning after dancing. I sat with my drum and just chanted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, just the birds were singing. My body moved in all these beautiful ways. The grass underneath my feet is green. The leaves on the trees are turning green. There's flowers and blossoms. And it's just like, oh, thank you. And thank you for another day to exist, another day to show up and express my divine sovereignty in my unique way. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Moving and dancing and singing is one of my favorite ways. It's not for everybody. Breath work, journaling, creating art, whatever your magic is, find it. Go out in nature. Nature is so powerful of a reminder of who you are, where you come from. So I really invite you and encourage you to find a really good meditation practice. And this is what we do at the studio. We have all sorts of different kinds of classes. Tonight we have Qigong with Britta and Self Reiki with Jasmine. And then Tuesday night, we do Soul Connection online. We have an online class and we talk about what's going on in the planets right now. What house are we in? We're in the house of self, how you identify self, your core beliefs, and where your house is placed. Mine is in Libra. So myself likes to feel happy when I'm balanced, when there's balance. Also, I've got Mercury, Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter in there. Oh my gosh, that is a full house, right? And what does that mean for me? And I get to sit with that and contemplate that and ask questions and explore me, how I was created when I came into this planet, where the planets were placed, the first breath I took, that is the energy that filled me up. Oh, and then Wednesday, sound healing and breath work with me. Thursday, we've got sing, dance, drum, and we've got light meditation. And those switched, those changed. Check the schedule because things change. Friday night, we got drip, sexy dance class. Like we have so many different, and we got yoga in the mornings, on some mornings, like gentle yin, stretchy yoga. We have so many different classes that you can try to find the one that works for you, because there's not one path. There's 7 billion people on this planet. There's 7 billion different ways to discover this union. You have to find the way within you. You have to find the thing that lights you up, that calls to you. And you can't fuck it up. So check out our classes, mymindbodycollective.com. The website's down below. I have a whole bunch of online. We have a whole bunch of DIY classes you can do on your own, workbooks, worksheets, manifesting courses, in the store, blogs. We've got everything from free to paid, from free to $15 to $7,000. Like you choose. Whatever you choose you. Choose you. Does it light you up? And don't choose from a place of scarcity and neediness. I need this thing to make me feel whole. No, choose from this place of, I am already whole, and this thing is going to add to that wholeness. It's going to expand. It's going to elaborate. It's going to evolve that wholeness to be more whole, more expansive, more of me. Are you ready to be more of you? More of me. I just want to be more of me. How can I be more of me? What can I do today? How can I show up today to be more of me? Whole and free. Yes, thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Yes, thank you. I accept that. I receive that. Who's ready? Who's ready to call that in? Claim that. Claim it. Yes, I am ready to be more of me. I am divine sovereignty. Ooh, like rhymes. I should write that down and make a song. Love you so much. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Namaste.